when we thought of the Kimberley, there is no doubt this place came to mind. Where not just one, but two gigantic waterfalls plummet 100 metres over the soaring red sandstone cliffs of the King George River. Wow! And now, right there in front of us, with thousands of litres of water falling every second, the sheer magnitude of this sight absolutely takes your breath away. We're on a journey around Australia aboard our 10-metre sailboat, and currently that journey has us smack bang in the middle of the Kimberley in Australia's northwest. This is just unbelievable.
It is unbelievable.
Last time we escaped the shallow and treacherous bar of the Berkeley River.
That was fully pretty hectic.
Yeah, the waves are big. With strong winds, we've had a very quick sail to Kalama Bay, where we've arrived in the night. It's now morning and yep, the weather is still foul. Welcome to the dry season in the Kimberleys, Western Australia.
Hello, good morning and welcome. We're having a crack at the King George bar this morning.
Another largely uncharted bar crossing is in front of us. Fun fact, this indistinct and shallow sandbar hid the river lurking just behind from multiple early marine explorers. It was only later discovered by overland explorers in the 1900s. Although modern mariners are now aware of the river, the charted entrance still remains vague and inaccurate.
The last update was 2019, so quite outdated considering it's a shifting sandbar. So we've had a look at Google Earth, and I think we're going to be relying more on Google Earth and our eyesight than the waypoints. And
basically, we're going to edge forward straight up the guts until we hit or don't hit a sandbank, until we do or don't make it in.
We're just watching the depth sounder, taking it slow. Anyway, I'll let you know how we go. Looks like another beautiful river system.
So far, so good, but I don't want to think too soon, so but so far, so good. With not even a minor scraping of a sandbar, we have found ourselves once again nestled into the huge Kimberley gorges. Alrighty, King George, everyone. It's a little bit different from Berkeley River, however, sort of similar, but it does feel different. We're just coming through this gorge now, and it is pretty spectacular. The King George River bends and twists for about 7.5 nautical miles until abruptly you'll come face to face with a cliff. And while the river continues on 100 metres above sea level, we can most certainly go no further. At least aboard Nakama anyway. Oh my gosh! But there's a name on the chart that has caught our eye.
we're gonna go, there's a place on the charts that says barbecue beach. Beach would be cool and a barbecue would be even better if the sun came out. So we're gonna have a skulk and like see, maybe there's a yachty's built a barbecue there or something, or maybe it's just a name on a chart. There's only one way to find out.
While there's nothing better than to admire your boat on anchor in a foreign destination, we're on a quest to find a beach with a barbecue. Wow, how's this? This whole time since we arrived in the Kimberleys just literally feels like we're in a set of Indiana Jones. We are in this tight crack. We've just got the tender over there. And we just crept along the wall and now we're rock hopping, going for a little explore. There were no signs of a beach nor a barbecue, but we did find a trickling waterfall with a beautiful swimming hole. And if it wasn't so brisk, we would be in it in a heartbeat. But strangely, it is brisk with this unseasonal weather, so we're keeping on the move to stay warm. one of the twin falls. It's pretty spectacular. This place just keeps on delivering, honestly.
When I heard about Twin Falls, I thought it'd be cool, but again, I didn't think anything would be this spectacular. You can't get over how small you feel in between, wedged in between these massive cliffs constantly. Like, you just feel tiny in here, it's awesome.
Should we go check out the other one?
Yeah. Love your way.
Oh, this one is pumping so hard. I've never seen water fall so hard. That is so powerful.
It's unreal. It is pumping. Now you know how these gorges are made. Far out. Twin Falls! We made it!
King George, baby!
King George! Hope you enjoyed this week's episode, guys. If you do, feel free to like, subscribe, and if you want to be a part of helping this be possible, check out Patreon. You bloody legends, all you patrons are what made this video happen. Thanks, guys. Enjoy.
Prior to this little expedition to the falls, we didn't realise we had anchored Nakama only just a few river bends away. We've decided to pick up anchor here and meander just a little bit up to the river where those falls are, and we'll anchor there for the night instead because it was just absolutely beautiful.
We're on the mothership. I spotted a croc though, and I thought it was a little baby, and so I was like, it's massive. Little tiny croc just above my finger there on that rock shelf. See the little mangrove?
That is not a tiny croc.
Is it not? He's on the land. It looks safe. I'm going to go have a closer look.
The reason why they look so small, this has happened a couple of times, we're like, oh, they're tiny, they're just little crocs, and you look at the binoculars and you're like, no, that's a massive croc. I think why they look so tiny is because the cliffs are so big, so they just look so insignificant, but they're actually pretty big. This guy's also missing an arm, which is a common injury with crocs due to their aggressive territorial behaviours.
That croc behind me there is the stuff of nightmares. That's like a good 3-4 metres.
Maybe though, now with his missing limb, he might not be able to do as much damage. We don't really want to put that one to the test though, so we'll leave him be to settle into our new anchorage. Good morning! We have awoken still in King George, and today we are going to check out a bit of a walk to the top of the falls. My mission is, of course, to have a freshwater wash. So that's what we're gonna go do. You might remember from a couple of videos ago that we were struggling to figure out how to get to shore here in the Kimberley. How do we even do this? I don't know how we do this. I don't know how we leave the tender. We've been faced with the same situation here again, but we've wrapped our heads around. That was like one of the most mind thing I've ever tried to wrap my head around, and refined our DIY mooring ball pulley system. All right, tender's out there with the lines. Go on there. And the adventure is off to a smooth start. Today's walk begins with quite literally crawling up a cliff. Literally scaling up. And watching out for gremlins.
Yeah, little gremlin. So there's a gremlin up in these rocks. He's been locked in a box. Oh no, I found the burnt box. So there's some coins, and then
Why would it be burnt?
That's the remains of the... Someone might have burnt the gremlin. So the story goes, a sailor was passing through and things kept going wrong with him, and he made the conclusion he had a gremlin on his boat. So he's climbed up here into the hills and locked it in a box, and over the years sailors have left little gifts for the gremlin in order to keep him in his box. Rumour has it there's a journal inside the box, and it tells of the sailor's demise as a result of the gremlin that he's locked up here in the mountains. I knew that one had been burnt down, and I wasn't sure if it was sailors thought they'd finished the gremlin off once and for all, or if perhaps it was just a wild fire in the area. But the box had apparently been replaced by a sailor, and the gremlin replaced inside with a stainless or more modern gremlin box. You could spend all day looking for the gremlin though, I guess. Do we have all day, Soph?
No.
We do not have all day, do we?
Let's go.
Alright, one sec. Yeah, little gremlin.
With the box destroyed, the gremlin could be anywhere, and we don't want him latching onto us. So we've got to press on, up the cliff, and away from the gremlin caves.
So these waterfalls are the highest waterfalls in Western Australia, as far as I know. And there's 2 of them, which is pretty cool as well.
Oh, that was the perfect size walk for me. We are already at the top of the falls. Wow. Oh my gosh. Oh, there's a rainbow in them.
Looking at these creeks, they're the best ones yet. These are crystal clear. This looks incredible.
This is amazing! So that ledge is only one portion of the waterfall. It continues as a stream and then has a secondary drop. And we can't forget that this is only just one of the 2 falls. These falls, and rightly so, hold great cultural significance to Australia's First Nations people, representing the male and female rainbow serpent, spirit of creation. After days of rain and overcast skies, the sun has finally crept out, unveiling the brilliant vibrance of the soaring red cliffs.
Highest waterfall in WA.
That is a long drop, you do not want to fall off there. Standing on top of these cliffs, you get a true grasp of the minor speck we are below in this gigantic crack in the vast landscape. It is truly spectacular. Freshwater wash! Yes! So excited!
That's good.
What are you doing?
Yeah, but sweet and low. Nice one.
We still have a little bit of that wahoo left, and I'm just gonna coat it in taco seasoning, give it a good fry, and make some cron wraps for lunch. Iceberg lettuces, they are one of the best veggies to have on board when you're doing a long trip without any grocery stores. They last really well, and when you use them, don't cut straight into them, but peel the leaves off them one by one, and they will stay really fresh for a really long time. We've also wrapped ours in foil and kept it in the fridge as well to keep it extra crisp. Fish wrap.
Perfect. Wahoo wrap, eh? Last of the Wahoo. It was really good. That's a stoked burrito face there, eh?
In this moment, we're in absolute bliss. Enjoying the sunshine and our fish wrap after a freshwater swim is a really nice way to spend the last of our uni holidays. But unfortunately, we will be dusting off the books in a couple of days' time. Until then, though, there is one last place in the King George River we are keen to check out. Alas, we are not done with the waterfalls yet.
One last waterfall here in King George.
Nestled into the east arm of the river is, yep, another waterfall. Whether we'll be able to enjoy a dip at the top of the falls, though, will be determined by whether rumours of a rope ladder turn out to be true or false. The other thing we're doing is keeping a keen eye out for large lizards within these mangroves.
Pretty cool. Apparently there's a resident croc in the bottom of these falls, so keep an eye out for him.
Croc!
We told you there was a resident croc at the waterfall. There it is. Holy. Well, I just said to Soph, keep your limbs in the water, babe. Keep your limbs in the water. Keep your limbs in the boat. There's a resident croc around here. There's meant to be a rope ladder. That's a big croc. That is a big croc.
The croc's made it a little bit tricky to really have a look. He's literally just lurking there. With the croc lingering and the absence of a rope ladder, going rock climbing is a bit of a risky prospect that we are happy to pass on. We think we'll enjoy the view from afar. We're back on the boat. That croc sort of changed our plans. We didn't really feel comfortable in there or trying to get up that waterfall. So yeah, he was a big croc as well. So we sort of left him to it and we got a look at the waterfall. However, we could not touch the waterfall.
Sometimes you have a win and sometimes you get crocked out. You don't want to get carried away and get cocky and be like, whatever. You know, I just don't want to get complacent with the crocs. There happened to be a pretty big dog in that little pond, so we'll exit the dog's pond. He can have it, dog pond.
So far, our time in the Kimberley has far beyond exceeded our expectations. Every day we seem to encounter something entirely different to what we have ever experienced before.
What a place!
And before we leave the King George River to explore deeper into this dreamscape, there is one last thing on our King George bucket list. This feels quite weird, just pottering your boat towards a massive cliff with a waterfall in it. The Kimberley is one of the few places we've heard of where you can take your sailboat right to the bottom of a waterfall, and something we never imagined doing until a couple of weeks ago.
I can say I've seen a fair few waterfalls in my life now, but I never thought I would be looking at a waterfall aboard my boat like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
However, it still feels quite surreal, and we'll take every opportunity we can get. This is so surreal.
The Kimberley just does not disappoint and it just keeps on delivering. Pretty insane place to take your sailboat / home. Hey guys, that brings us to the end of this week's episode. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed filming it for you. Getting attacked by the cat. For those of you that have been our patrons in the past or have considered it, now's a really good time. Something really weird has happened overnight, just last night, in real time for us, and patrons deleted around half of our active members. It's a bit of a heavy blow for us. We're working through trying to sort it out with Patreon, but it's worthwhile if you were a patron of ours and you wish to continue supporting the show. Maybe check that the subscription's still valid. It's a glitch in the system that has huge ramifications on us, so we'd appreciate anyone checking it out. If you've ever considered becoming a patron, now's a really handy time. But otherwise, guys, we really hope you all enjoyed the video. Feel free to share it with your mates, like and subscribe, it all helps out, and we will see you next week. We've got heaps more really exciting stuff to share with you.